Hey, this is Alex Colmer and this is my 22.2 exercise prescriptions. So I'm going to start off by explaining what contraindications are. So a contraindication is something that will prevent you from doing some sort of exercise. And there's absolute and relative contraindications. Absolute contraindications is where you have a problem that is so severe that you can't partake in any exercise at all. So these can be severe illness, if you've had a heart attack, or you have some sort of problem with your heart, or if you have severe emotional distress, then you can't take part in any activities at all. On the other hand, you have relative contraindications, and these are that you have a problem, but you're still able to do partake in some exercise, but you'll need supervision whilst you're doing it. So these can be advanced pregnancy, if you've had liver disease, if you have any previous case of heart diseases, then they can all be relative because you can still take part in exercise, but you'll need someone there to say how to do it and whether you've done too much or anything like that. So now I'm going to go and talk about 3 specific groups and talk about contraindications for those groups and how to what prescriptions I can have for those groups. So one of the contraindications for children is overuse of underdeveloped joints. And this is a contraindication because children, they're still developing their joints, so if they do too much exercise, then they can really damage them, and then that can cause them not to do much exercise. They won't be able to do any exercise or much exercise due to that. And then a way to prevent this, or a prescription for this, would be like resistance training. So seeing a physiotherapist or personal trainer for the child and getting them to once or twice a week just go to the gym or wherever they can and do some weight training and get them to put more resistance on those muscles and build the muscles and joints up, so that if they do too much exercise, then it won't affect them as much. Also, some children, or quite a big percentage of children, have asthma, and this is a contraindication because it prevents breathing. It affects breathing. So some children might struggle with breathing, and if they're doing like a run or something, then they won't be able to breathe, and then that will stop them from doing the running. So the prescription for this is low-level aerobic activity, such as just a slow jog around the track, or just a really slow jog around your neighbourhood. And this is good because it can get you used to running with the asthma, and also can help build up lungs and lung capacity and all that, so that if you do have asthma, you'll still be able to breathe a bit better when you're running more. And the final contraindication for children is fatiguing too quickly. So children, they won't know their limits of exercise, so they might go way too hard in the first 5 minutes of an exercise, and they won't be able to do anything afterwards because they're just way too fatigued, and they might faint because of it, or just have a serious problem. And then prescription for this is cardiovascular exercises. So just going for a small jog, or going to the gym and on a bike, or a bike ride, or on the treadmill at gym, or if you have anything at home, then just do that, really slow jogs to build up that cardiovascular and aerobic system, so that if you do more exercise, then they can improve that, and they'll be able to go longer before they start fatiguing. So for disabled people, one contraindication is osteoporosis, and this affects the bones and joints of disabled people, because they might have a problem with them, or one of their disabilities might be because of So if it's possible, because there's such a wide range of disabilities, so if it's possible, the prescription for this would be to go to a swimming pool and just do really slow, maybe 1 lap a day or 2 laps a day, whatever you can manage, just because swimming gets all the bones and joints involved and can build them up over time, but that's just depending on the disability. So another disability would be high blood pressure, and this can affect them because having high blood pressure means that you won't be able to, you're not getting enough. So yeah, high blood pressure is one of the contraindications, and then a prescription for this would be low impact exercises, so really light weight training, or depending on the disability again, or just going for a walk or something. This can help control the blood pressure and reduce it over time. And then the last contraindication for disabled people is they might be self-conscious, because they might be self-conscious about their disability and might not know that other people might have the same thing as them, and that might lead to them not ever wanting to go out or meet other people. So a good thing for them would to be to do group activities, and this is great because it gets loads of people with maybe the same disability or very similar disabilities together, so that they can see that they're similar to other people, like they're not completely different from everyone, and that might boost their confidence and increase them like wanting to go out and actually do stuff with other people. And then my final group is the elderly. So one of the contraindications for elderly people is heart complications like heart attacks or strokes or something like that. And then coming back off that, like coming off the surgery for that, what I'd suggest for them, like prescription for them, would be low impact exercises. So walking, doing like yoga or something, doing really low weight training, stuff like that can really build up those heart muscles again and get the blood pumping around and just get them back to where they were before their heart attack. Another one is weak bones. So this will be caused because some of them might not get out as much, or they just might not do any exercise at all their whole lives, so they have really weak bones. And so for this I suggest swimming, because it's using all the bones and all the muscles, and it can build up bone strength and muscle strength really well. And if they just do 1 or 2 laps a day, then for a set like 6 weeks, then it can really help regain the bone strength. And then the final disability, the final contraindication for elderly people is if they have arthritis in their bones, then that can really affect how they do exercise, or if they do exercise at all. And so for this I suggest resistance training again. And for this it would just be 3 times a week going to a gym or physiotherapist and getting them to suggest really low weight training exercises or stretches or anything that the elderly person is capable of doing without going too far and hurting themselves, can really help with arthritis and increase the confidence back in the elderly person. So that is my 22.2 done. Thank you for watching.